To help you with today's science check-in assignment, I'm going to read through all of the 10 questions for you. So, genetics and pedigrees check-in. The diagram represents a structure found in the nucleus of a cell. What is the name of this structure represented in the diagram? The genes are represented by black and white bands. Genes are composed of hereditary material. Identify this hereditary material. Which statement below is false about mutations? Mutations can cause serious genetic disorders. Mutations can cause good changes. Mutations are always bad for the organism. Or some mutations have no effect on the organism at all. The diagram below represents a pedigree chart. Which type of information is organized by this chart? Energy flow in an ecosystem, population growth for pea plants, the number of chromosomes in an organism, or the passing of a trait from one generation to another. How many females are shown in the pedigree below? 12, 3, 6, or 5? What is the relationship between person 1 and 2? Mother 1 and son 2, wife 1 and husband 2, father 1 and mother 2, father 1 and daughter 2. What is the relationship between person 7 and 10? Cousins, brothers, sisters, or siblings, sister and brother. What is the relationship between person 4 and 5? Cousins, brothers, sisters, siblings, sister and brother. The pedigree below shows the inheritance pattern for sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia affects the red blood cells. Normal red blood cells are smooth and round like donuts and move easily through blood vessels to carry oxygen to all parts of the body. In sickle cell anemia, the red blood cells become hard, sticky, and shaped like sickles or crescents. When these hard and pointed red cells go through the small blood vessels, they tend to get stuck and block the flow of blood. This can cause pain, damage, and a low blood count or anemia. Based on what you see in the pedigree, which statement is true about the inheritance pattern of sickle cell disease? So, looking at this box, the key, it says homozygous for sickle cell allele affected by the disease. It's the circle that's filled in. We have heterozygous for sickle cell allele carrier of the disease. We have a square, half filled in, half blank. And then we have a square with not filled in, and it's the homozygous for normal allele unaffected. So, which statement is true? The sickle cell disease trait is dominant. The sickle cell disease trait is recessive. The sickle cell disease is only seen in males, or carriers of sickle cell disease suffer from the disease. In the second generation line of the pedigree above, both parents are carriers or heterozygous for sickle cell disease. What was the probability for each of their children to have sickle cell disease? So was it 0% or 0 out of 4? 25% or 1 out of 4? 50% or 2 out of 4? 75% or 3 out of 4? Or 100%, 4 out of 4?